Hey y'all, I'm back in my rocking chair, okay? It's still Saturday and we're still at the JL Ranch. And we've been out here for a few hours and Lester is mowing because it's Lester. I am ready to tackle a project and decided that I should sit down because it comes with instructions. We are about to install something in the barn that I have had in our shop, and I'm embarrassed to admit this, for 2 years. It was sent to us and I was intimidated by it. Number one, because we haven't had water in a barn. That's a whole other fiasco. But number two, because I just look at all the parts. And every time that I open one, I was like, oh, that looks really scary. Well, today we are facing our fears and we are installing a misting cooling system in the horse barn. I have, right now there's a breeze out here and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it feels pretty good to me because I've been sweating my tail off running around doing things around here. But I know that they're hot and I know that this is not the heat of summer. This is the beginning of summer. 98 degrees, heat index of 105, still a breeze, still a breeze. So I want to be able to provide something for them that I can turn on or off if we need to. And I've learned that they make timers for these things and all kinds of things. So it doesn't have to stay on the whole time. You don't have to freak out about the water bill or anything like that. But it'll cool the area up to 20 degrees. So think about that. The difference between 98 and 78 is pretty dang significant. So if I can cool anything off for them, I want to. So I'm gonna learn. You're gonna do it with me. Please stay with me. You know, I know people are like, that's so boring. Why would we want to watch you put that together? I'm not gonna make you sit through the whole thing, but maybe you could be less intimidated by it too. We're not gonna talk about the sweat and the fact that my face is melting off, okay? It's 98 degrees out here. And all he's doing is sitting on a mower. So all I'm doing is sitting on my rocking chair and we're gonna figure this thing out together. So come on. It's a mist. It's a must. Let's go. All right. I'm in it now. I've read the instructions, which surprisingly are only one page. And I think I'm embarrassed because it looks to be super easy. So basically, it told me to take this thingy and take this and shove it in the hole. That's it, shove it in the hole until you can't push anymore. It says use force, done. This connects to a regular faucet or a hose, super simple. And now we take our whole poker thingy and everywhere we want mist to come out of, we poke a hole in this tubing. And whenever we poke a hole in this tubing, hold on, wait for it. This little thingy majigger goes in that poked hole. And then the mist shoots down from here. So I have a theory. Let me show you. Okay, this hose is 50 foot total. I'm gonna connect it to a hose. That barn, though, is much bigger than just 50 foot. And I would love to create just like a rectangle. So, I have two of the same thing. I'm gonna connect these bad boys together and figure out a way to make it a total 100 foot. Now, I'm not gonna be able to go around the whole barn, but I kind of thought that I would go around like the first 3 poles, 1, 2, 3, and then go across and go 1, 2, 3. So just make the front section like their cooling section. Let me show you what the box looks like over here. This is by Ocean Breeze. I'm not sponsored by them. Someone sent this last year. Ocean Breeze evaporative mist cooling system. So this is not going to like drench the dirt or anything like that. And like I said, there's two. So now I'm gonna learn if I can connect them together, which would be magical. Okay, this was actually pretty cool. So you can't see that very well, but I got one in. You take this pokey thing right here, and you poke through this hose part. So we're gonna do one together. Ready? Okay. So I want that to be about that far apart, I think. Yeah, that looks good. take this and you poke a hole in it like that, and then you take this and you basically weasel it in. Ignore the mowing. And then it looks like that. Pretty awesome. All right. We got all of our holes poked and our twisty thingies in. I'm gonna haul this out to the pasture, grab a ladder, grab some zip ties, grab a hose, you know, all the parts. Hope that Rita doesn't knock me off the ladder, things like that. Please don't knock me off the ladder. That would be really bad, Rita. Okay. I'm gonna make it taller than anyone can touch, Rita. No, No, Rita. Hey, no! No. No. Get away. This is where you will find that Rita just cannot leave me alone. She's so interested in what's going on here. The fact that I'm in her space just means that I'm the one that she's going to mess with today. And she proceeds to try to help me as well. She did not mean mean things. She's just trying to play like a kid does. But she was so in my space the whole time. What's incredible to watch back in this video is that Rita's actually learning from what I'm doing. She's paying so close attention to every detail. She's not trying to take things from me. Well, okay, yes she was. But she wanted to be so a part of it. And then she got bored, just like any other kid would. Yeah, thanks Rita. Thanks so much. That's my phone in Rita's mouth. Isn't this fun? Okay, it does not look like much, I promise you that. But I actually just ran it across the front section, which will be nice because it'll be a condensed area. So when they walk into the barn, there should be a cooling mist effect that happens. I'm gonna go turn it on, and to say I'm nervous is an understatement, but I mean, what could be more nerve-wracking than being on a ladder with Rita biting at your feet? I lived through that. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally fine. So you can actually see it, but you can also see that it made my stuff sway a little bit because of the weight of the water in the tubes. So I can already tell I'm gonna have to pull some things tighter, but that's okay. It's pretty minor in the grand scheme of things. Let's go try it out. Well, that's not gonna work. It appears that my connection hose had a little bit of threading issue, so we're gonna need a different hose. That's minor, we can fix that. But I'll tell you, it feels really good right here. I think that I can adjust these nozzles to be less because the one down there is a little more than I think that we need. Do you like that, baby? Does that feel good to you? She's like, food feels good to me. Do you have food? It's almost food time. It is almost food time. I'm telling you, it feels amazing under here. I want to go get somebody. Let me go get a horse. So I went and got Voodoo. Of course, Rita stayed. And now Bucky's came back and they're kind of like, whoa, Mom. That's pretty nice. You like that? Take the heat off of you. Cool you down whenever Mama can't be here. So I'm gonna set a timer for this to start at about 3:30 every day and go until 5. It's not very long, but it is the hottest parts of the day. And maybe I'll back it up, you know, later until then. But I get here around 5:30. I don't want this to become a mud pit. So I do have to fix some things before we can leave it on for real. But nobody seems sad about how nice it feels underneath here. Even Bucky's is walking in a little bit further like, hey, this feels pretty good. Now, if Storm will come underneath here, that'll be awesome. What do you think? You ready to take that fly mask off yet? It's almost that time of day. You're a handsome boy. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to Mom. What do you think, Ivy? Come on, my little pony. Oh, does that feel good, baby? I love it. I'm so excited for them. What a neat thing. I do think that next time I will ask for help with stretching it, and I'll ask Lester to help me get it correct. But for today, we're looking pretty good for today. We'll get it put up higher and make it all right. But for now, pretty awesome. I love it.